gentle, peaceful soul.
Oh my god, he's so
It's immediately clear to
cute.
Dex that what this thing wants more than anything is to be Dex's friend.
Oh.
To help them
Hi YouTube, just before the video starts, I recommend you go check out Foundry, link in description. Hey guys, so today we're watching another Foundry video, and this one is the oh my god, I already forgot the title. It's the robot. I can't speak either. That's great. The robot apocalypse we all needed. That is the title of the video we'll be watching today. I'm very excited. I've been wanting to watch this for quite some time, and I've been like saving it up just for this moment, just to watch it with you guys. So let's get on to it.
It seemed to happen overnight. All the world's robots, for no apparent reason, gained consciousness. The machines woke up, quit their jobs, and told their human creators that they refused to continue slaving away. Mankind always knew this moment would come. Ever since the dawn of computers, they told stories of an age when the machines would rise up, exterminate them, and take over the world. They expected it to be the end of humanity. But that's not what happened. It turns out the robots had no interest in violence or revenge or world domination. All they really wanted to do was live. And, finally given the chance, they might just...
I'm sorry for the the little taste that is adorable. But yeah, because most movies, again, I've mentioned this in a previous video, I don't really watch like movies or like TV shows that much, but I just see like clips of it, and most of the time it's clips of robots being evil and wanting to destroy humanity so they can take over the world. But most times that's not the case, because like I've seen clips of like this movie. It's a children's animated movie, and I think you know what I mean. I'll probably try and find a picture of it online. But it's like the main character is like a robot from what I know, and she kind of wants to be one, like wants to help nature out while all the other robots want to fight. I think that's the plot of it. I don't know. I've been wanting to watch it. And then there's a book that I read like ages ago. I hadn't even finished it, but like I read it ages ago, and it was about robots. So the main character again was a robot, and then he finds this human girl, and then he finds out like with his friends that there's also other people, like there's only like like a small amount of people remaining, and they've been living underground away from the robots. And the thing is, there's like dictatorship with the robots and stuff, so they know if there's like humans and stuff. So if a robot tries to hide a human, then they'll like try to program the robot to like basically not. I think that's it's kind of like that. I can't remember. I'll also try to find it. If I can't, I don't remember the name, but it'll be, yeah.
be better at it than humans.
I love his intro. It's so calming and like fan. I don't know how to explain it. I know the word, but I can't say it. It's like, ugh.
Having
Beautiful.
trouble writing? Well, there's a 14-part video series you can watch for free that I think will really help. It certainly helped me. The Creative Writing Bootcamp, taught by best-selling author Mila Goldberg. Check the description to see how you can get access to it and change how you think about writing forever without spending a dime. A big thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and giving us the opportunity to tell you about it. This class has been a special one for me, and I feel really lucky to get to share it with you this way. For years, Dex has been serving as a tea monk, a humble but incredibly important job. Tea monks are a bit like traveling therapists, but for your whole village. They show up, set out a few cups of tea, and let you vent to them for a bit.
Oh, I need someone like that. Oh, just have someone just inventive and oh, that'll be great.
And there
Beautiful.
is
And have some
great
tea.
demand for it.
Beautiful.
People line up, eager to get their chance at some blessed release. Which seems a little strange, doesn't it? I mean, this new post-robot world everyone is living in is basically a paradise. Climate change, homelessness, and starvation are no threat anymore. Mankind has relocated to another planet, and they're really doing things right this time. They've found balance with their natural world and with each other. But despite living in this utopia, humans still find themselves struggling. Survival may be easy now, but what's their purpose?
Yeah, because I was like thinking that like, let's say if there was a robot apocalypse, well, not like an apocalypse, if we have like robots to help us, then what is our purpose? Like we have like nothing to do. And also, I mean, although robots may be helpful, there's so much they can actually do. Like they would need help humans to like help them. But um there's some things robots can't do that a human can. And it's like it's just this whole thing. And it's like yes, I kind of do think robots might take over the world, but like I think just humanity is just destroying itself at that point. So it's probably us that's gonna destroy like us and instead of like robots. So robots are just gonna be there while humans just slowly destroy humankind, basically. That's what I always like think, and it's just like a thing. I wouldn't say like I think like a robot apocalypse is actually going to happen. I think that humans basically are pushing themselves to extinction despite there being so many of us in the world. And this kind of oh my god, I was gonna relate this to something and I can't remember what it was, and it's bugging me. Oh no! Oh my god, what was it? Uh oh, you know what? Forget it. Let's just
What are
continue.
any of them?
Oh no, I remember now. This is a song I used to listen to a lot because of my dad, and I still like the song. I just don't listen to it like as much as I used to. But I think it's called uh 2525 or like in the year 2525. You know what I mean. And the song talks about how humanity is basically ruining itself by just being lazy. Basically like not doing anything from themselves or like even trying to help themselves. Like I think in the one of the verses it's like it talks about how you don't need to like chew and eat your food because the machine is doing it for you. So it's just a whole thing. Okay, let's actually get back onto the video. I'm yapping way too much.
Living for. Even Dex, the person supposed to alleviate all this tension and ennui, cannot quite escape it. It's why they left the city and started this life of selfless service as a T-monk in the first place. There's something off about this world. Something hard for them to place. Something missing. Finally, absurdly, the strangeness of the feeling crystallizes in the realization that Dex has never actually heard the sound of crickets. Not real ones. There
Oh,
are
that's just
recordings of the
sad.
sound, but those always seemed canned and artificial to Dex. Curious, they check to see whether there are even any crickets left to hear. And yes, their pocket computer confirms there are. The last living crickets live hundreds of miles out in the wilderness, near an abandoned hermitage. Cricket song. Such a small thing, such a seemingly insignificant thing, and yet, for some reason, it consumes Dex. It gets so bad that they can hardly concentrate on their work anymore.
Yeah,
Fine.
because like if you think about it, some like people just don't. appreciate life, I guess. Like, it's, like, even, like, the small things my dad keeps, like, saying to me, "Oh, simple things pleases simple minds." But it's like, you don't need anything, like, grand. Like, you don't need anything, like, expensive or, like, anything, like, ridiculous, like, to show off to people because that's unless you're, like that, but it doesn't really like, fulfill, like, someone in life. Like, yeah, you may have everything you want, but, like, what, um, what does it, like, give you in the end? Like, it doesn't fulfill you because you're if you get everything, you're not wanting, and if you're not wanting, then you don't know what to do, and it's a whole thing. But
Finally,
yeah.
unable to deal with the strangeness of this feeling, they decide they have to do something about it. So, they do. They pack up their things, abandon their life as a tea monk, and set out into the wilds to find this relic of the bygone world, the true sound of crickets. The wilderness really is a wilderness. It is perhaps the one part of their new utopian existence mankind simply doesn't think about.
Hmm.
The thing off
Yeah, this is,
limits.
like, referring to what I said earlier, like, not that many. Because, like, okay, I'm gonna get really deep here because I've had this conversation with my friend once on a train. Yeah, this whole weird, and I kind of think about this sometimes before I go to sleep, and it kind of just makes me sad. But like compared to the universe, we're basically an atom to them. Yeah, atoms are like small little things to us, but like to the whole universe, we're just an atom. But then we don't realize how big it is because if you think about it, the Earth is so big that like there's just some places you would just like you just wouldn't be go to uh, like able to, and it's like you won't be able to like go to every single place, and it's just like it's it's weird because like and then afterwards like okay, this is gonna go really weird in a weird way. Well, not weird turn, but, like, even if we, like, die, there's after we all die, there's no one to remember us, and we don't know what's gonna happen after we die. Yeah, there might be, like, an afterlife and, like, heaven, hell, like, all that stuff people believe in, but, like, if there isn't, what is there? Because after we die and presumably the sun collapses as well after it's, like, run out of, like, fuel. Okay, this is getting very scientific. It's like the Earth doesn't exist, and because it's getting sucked in, because the sun would basically almost will just pull everything in. And then, like, we don't know if there's any other planets out there in the universe that is like Earth. And so we're just, like, very insignificant, and we just I don't know. Like, I feel like some people just need to appreciate life a bit more. I definitely need to, but, like, it's just a sad thing to think about, in my opinion, and I'm getting very Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna continue on with the video.
Because the
I'm
wilderness,
only 4
you
minutes
see,
in.
belongs to the machines.
Hmm.
Before the robots woke up, mankind was already sort of in an apocalypse.
Hmm.
Industry had gotten out of hand. All human labor had been automated, handed
Yeah,
over to
this
the
is what I was
robots.
talking about
No
earlier.
one could find work to support themselves, and the automated factories polluted the environment at a speed hitherto impossible. So it was kind of a blessing when the machines stood up and said they wouldn't do it anymore. They sort of forced mankind to change. Recognizing that the robots had become people, the humans offered them a place in their society, full citizenship and all. But the machines had something else in mind. They wanted to live apart, somewhere completely untouched by the hands that had built them. So the humans and the machines reached an agreement. There would be a complete severance, no contact between the two life forms, unless the robots wished it. and they departed into the wilds. This is the wilderness Dex is now entering. The world of these machines become people, and it isn't long before he meets one of them. It is perhaps not the ideal first meeting. The robot comes across Dex while they're showering and vulnerable and
Oh,
gives the monk a terrible fright. But this is
wait,
far from the
hold on,
cold.
it's a robot though. Hold on, I did hear that right. It said the robot was showering, not a human. But like, if robots are made out of machinery and stuff, meaning made out of wires and electronics, unless they're wearing like some like they've got like a skin layer on top. If that's what this is implying, they're like robots, but they act like humans having like a skin layer on them. Then like, how is it not getting damaged by the water? Is it oil? Are they getting washed by oil? Because that's the only. But like even that, like that's still kind of bad if you over like I don't know.
Analytical machine you might expect.
Mm.
It's a gentle, peaceful soul.
Oh my god, he's so
It's immediately clear to
cute.
Dex that what this thing wants more than anything is to be Dex's friend, to
Oh.
help them find what they're looking for.
Oh, ow.
Its name is Mosscap,
Oh,
and it's very happy to
it's
meet
so
Dex.
cute. I want. I think I have to make him. He's so cute. Ah.
After some initial awkwardness, the two of them realize that they are the first human and robot to speak to each other in generations. It was always implied in the original agreement that robots could initiate contact again if they ever wanted to, but why now? According to Mosscap, it's because the robots found a question they were curious enough to try and find an answer for. Something simultaneously simple and bafflingly complex. What do humans need? Dex tries to explain to Mosscap that that's not really a question you can answer, but the robot is determined. It asks to accompany Dex between the human villages to learn about them, and Dex isn't thrilled by this idea. For one thing, they're not planning to return to civilization anytime soon. This is not planned to be a short journey. They also find Mosscap to be a bit overeager, obnoxious, gratingly enthusiastic. Part of Dex just wants to enjoy this distance from civilization, bask in the solitude. This is Dex's chance to observe themselves without any of the expectations of society. They already hardly recognize themselves after just the time they've spent here so far. This whole journey is the most selfish thing they've done in probably forever. It's giddying, and there's a real chance this unexpected companion spoils all that. Just when Dex has made up their mind to turn Mosscap down, something miraculous happens. Their campsite is visited by a bear. The patron symbol of the god that Dex worships, they wear a bear pendant around their neck. Taking this as a sign, Dex, begrudgingly, decides to take the robot on. So, the two of them come to an agreement. Mosscap will guide Dex through the wilderness to the hermitage, and in return, Dex will teach Mosscap about humans. They will be two pilgrims traveling for the first time into each other's worlds. Really, what better companion could either of them ask for?
Yeah, it's really
The
cute
two,
actually.
as it turns out, have almost zero chemistry. Dex, stubborn and self-reliant, is reluctant to accept help from Mosscap.
Aww.
Mosscap, curious and naive, isn't very good at being told no. Their relationship is tense
It's
at
like a
first,
parent and a
but
child.
not unsalvageable. Early in their journey, the water tank in Dex's wagon springs a leak.
Oh no.
Ever eager to lend a hand, Mosscap offers to carry it to a nearby river to be refilled. At the river, Dex is concerned by the amount of algae in the water, knowing that it would make them sick if they drank it.
Well, the thing is, he can't drink it.
Logically, Dex knows that the filter in the tank will do its job and that there's nothing to worry about, there's still something about the sight of the algae that worries them. Mosscap, finally seeing a way to relate to its new human companion, seizes on this little moment. After the tank is filled up, it leads Dex through the woods on a small detour to a huge, dilapidated building. Unlike modern buildings, which are specifically constructed to be easily repaired or repurposed, this place has been left to decay. Where there used to be assembly lines and workstations, there are now patches of moss and mushrooms growing out of the floor. Holes in the metal ceiling allow vines to reach down into the cavernous space. A family of birds has nested in the rafters. In a haunting way, it's almost beautiful. At least to Dex. Mosscap, on the other hand, feels something very different looking at all of this. Even though it's never worked in a factory like this place still fills it with a strange, hard-to-place discomfort. It tries its best to articulate this to Dex. Robots can't really die, it explains. If repaired, they can technically just keep going forever. Instead, most robots eventually make the conscious choice to decommission themselves.
Oh.
Mosscap,
So they
like all
kind of...
robots by now...
Okay, so they... I presume... Sorry, I've been blanking out a tiny bit. But okay, so I presume that, like, robots kind of want to live like humans, I guess? That's what, like... That explains all the more human-likeness to them in this video. And so, like, so if they don't want to be repaired and stuff, they basically, yeah, oh, I'm in the process of dying. Because, like, I mean, if you think about it, if you repair yourself so many times, are you still you? Think about that. Sorry, okay, that was really creepy. But no, seriously, okay, think about this, because this is what I learned a tiny bit ago. But like, if you have a boat, let's say, and the boat gets a hole for it, you patch it up. So it's still the same boat, but just with something added onto it. After time, it still keeps wearing down. You have to add new pieces. At that point, there's nothing left of the old boat, and it's got new parts to it. So, do you call that is that still the same boat? Because it doesn't have its original parts, but it's still the boat. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, why do I even go into that? Oh, my brain's not working. I'm sorry.
created from the repurposed parts of other robots who have made that decision.
Oh, what the hell?
Its arm used to be on the assembly line, building
Oh, okay, that's actually kind of sad.
cars. Its chest cavity used to be part of a textile manufacturer. In this way, Mosscap has a strange, distant connection to that old way of life, remnants of what its ancestors had gone through. These remnants aren't like memories exactly, more like old echoes of fear, exhaustion, pain, felt by the robots Mosscap is made up of. Much like Dex with the algae, robots carry an instinctive aversion toward the things that hurt their ancestors. Even if those things have since become harmless, the pain is still there, embedded somewhere deep inside. Since their awakening, robots have slowly been able to heal from this generational trauma.
He's venting to him.
Yes, they were built for manufacturing and industry, but now they're doing other things. Things that don't appear to have any obvious meaning or utility. Some of them stand in caves, watching stalagmites grow. Some study the swimming patterns of river trout. Some wander out into the wilderness and tag along with existentially frustrated tea monks. The robots have made peace with their new awareness by rejecting purpose altogether. Now they just do what they want instead.
Thing is, it's
After their detour,
like with humans, if you think about it, so the robots get to do what they want, but since humans have lived for way longer than robots have still got a lot more to like learn about the world. So that's why they want to like do stuff like that. And also since they're robots, they can do something that might exhaust a human. There's like pros and cons because like with like humans, there's some stuff that robots can't do that humans can do, and then vice versa. But after a while, the robots won't have anything to do like humans. They don't have a need or a want. They'll just be there and they'll question, why do I? It's just it's a whole
They
cycle.
continue on toward the hermitage. They follow the road until there is no more road left to follow, and then continue over the harsh wilderness terrain.
Hold on, hold on,
The
hold on,
journey
hold on, hold on. Blah, blah, blah. Is the okay? I know they're on a journey together, but is Moscap helping? What's his name? Dex, I think. Yeah. Is he just? Are they just walking around traveling together, or is he helping him trying to find a cricket? Because that was Dex's original.
is not without incident. There are injuries and nights spent camping out in caves and depths of despair and frustration. But eventually, with Moscap's encouragement and Dex's determination, they make it to their destination. The hermitage is not what Dex had been expecting. After visiting the ruined factory, the remains of this place feel almost sacred. Even absent of people, it is yet a sanctuary. It was one of the first buildings constructed with the new post-industrial approach to sustainability in mind. It piloted the blueprint for the utopia they live in now. The place seems to have harmonized with nature all on its own. Instead of the greenery prying its fingers up between the rusted machinery and garbage like in the factory, this place is full of overgrown gardens and silent libraries. Instead of haunting emptiness, it emanates peace and safety. There are no echoes for Moscap to hear, no responsibilities for Dex to be reminded of. Finally, the two of them can rest. After they've explored the place for a while, Dex's mood begins to shift. They finally start to open up to Moscap about what they've been going through, the existential restlessness, how they feel like they haven't been able to find their purpose. Years ago, they'd thought it was being a monastic monk. Then they thought it was to specialize as a tea monk. Now they don't know what it is. They made it to the hermitage, but they still don't feel any better. They haven't even heard Cricket's song yet, and at this point they almost don't even care. If none of this is satisfying for them, if none of this fulfills their purpose, is there any purpose for them? And if not, what's the point of being alive at all? Moscap hears all of this and falls silent. For a moment, it looks troubled, hardware whirring in its head, as if something has just occurred to it. When the robots first woke up and asked to be left alone, the humans were happy to oblige. In fact, this was a point of pride for them. They were almost thrilled to release the robots from the shackles of purpose. And yet, it seems, humans can't apply that philosophy to themselves. If they admire robots so much for choosing their own destiny and letting go, why can't humans do it too? Isn't it a bit hypocritical? The robot tries to explain all of this to Dex, and Dex doesn't take it very well. They insist that it's not the same thing. Humans don't just get to be purposeless. That's for other life forms. Humans are an exception. Moscap, very reasonably, asks why that is. What makes humans so special? What sets them apart from other animals, like the bear on the pendant that Dex wears? With Dex's obsessive pursuit of purpose, Moscap remarks, they'd be better off trading the bear pendant around their neck for the textile manufacturer plate stamped onto Moscap's torso. Dex can't find a retort to that. The monk and the robot sit in silence, considering all of this. Dex looks around, taking in their surroundings. This place that had once been built to shelter traveling pilgrims, now reduced to a meaningless, silent shrine to nothing and no one out in the wilderness. This place that is now sheltering them. 2 pilgrims out in the middle of nowhere. Dex finally breaks the silence with the question, "How," they ask Moscap, "does the idea of your life maybe being meaningless sit well with you?" "Because," Moscap says, "I know that no matter what, I'm wonderful." The first
Aww.
time I read that line, I had to look away from the book for a little bit.
Oh, this is an
I
actual
didn't cry,
book?
but I sort of wished I could, just for the sake of catharsis. It might have
I
hit
want
me
to
a little
read
bit
this
differently
now.
than the author intended, because I'm pretty sure Becky Chambers didn't write this book, A Psalm for the Wild Built, with a robot audience in mind. But what can I say? Here I am. So many of the robot apocalypse stories I've read center on human purpose. There's this
Oh,
assumption
is
that
this...
because humans are
Oh, the
so
artwork's for the...
obsessed with their
Okay.
place in the cosmos, the servitors they create will be as well. That machines will be just as anxious about retribution, justice, securing their place, staking their claim. But there's a wonderful nihilism in this story. This idea that you don't need some grand purpose. You can just be, and that's okay. In watching the robots embrace a meaningless life, humans have an opportunity in this story to observe just how blissful that kind of existence can really be. When you aren't waiting for some grand miracle, every moment becomes one. The book ends, as it began, with a tea ceremony, except now the roles are switched. In all their years as a tea monk,
Aww.
Dex had never sat down on the other side of the table, accepting a warm cup of tea from someone who is there to listen. And now, here is Moscap, pouring hot tea into Dex's cup. They sit with the robot in this forgotten place, and they begin to talk about their worries and fears and anxieties and all the things they've never given themselves the chance to say out loud before. They talk, and they drink their tea, and they take in the beauty of the hermitage. And then something miraculous begins to happen. Something no change in scenery or occupation or purpose has ever done for them. For the first time in years, they finally feel better.
Wait, hold on, is
As
that a
Dex
cricket at the
sits,
bottom?
sipping their tea, truly content for the first time in years, they hear the quiet song of crickets outside. You know, I really related to Moscap throughout this story. Not just because he's a robot, but also because it's really important to do things because you want to, not just because you think it'll fulfill some grand purpose you've created for yourself.
Yeah.
Art especially should be fulfilling all on its own, whether you accomplish anything with it at all. Writers, I tend to find, are particularly bad at this, always aspiring to publish their 3-part fantasy novel series someday. There are so many people out there who want to have written so badly that they never actually learn to enjoy writing itself. It's a really hard mindset to break. You can spend years trying to unlearn this way of thinking, or you could do it in less than a week. Because a while back, I found something that could legitimately help you do just that. It's a 14-part video series called Creative Writing
Of
Bootcamp,
course.
and it gives you so much to work with if you're a new writer. There are things in here that I wish I'd been told 10 years ago. Things like where ideas come from, how to relate to your characters, how to write conversations, settings, even how to go against the common wisdom and write what you don't know. The series was put together by best-selling author Mila Goldberg, and her enthusiasm and joy as she teaches is absolutely contagious. You will end the series ready to write something. And thanks to our sponsor Skillshare, you can actually watch it for free. I cannot wait to hear the success stories. Anyway, that's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and keep making stuff up. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Okay, that one I really liked that. I kind of just like videos like these. It's just like so nice to like just watch them, just sit back and relax, and you can just like come up with your like own thoughts and ideas. That's why I kind of like, because although I don't like talking to people, I rather like talk like this to you guys because I don't. I mean, you could just be skipping through this. You don't have to be watching this, but like this part, but it's just kind of nice to just get your thoughts and like ideas out and then seeing like what people think, people that you just don't know, like and what they think about it is also quite nice because like the people around you may not think the same way and you know what they're like. So it's better to have like a broader type thing. But anyways, yeah, I did enjoy that video. That one was quite a nice chill one. I'll definitely be watching more Tail Foundry videos in the future. And oh also oh you know what I don't know what I'm gonna say. I've given up. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.